A night of hope for many isn't so bright for those who worry about paying their mortgage or even their rent. Landlords can't evict people who are behind for at least another month, but there are fears of what comes beyond that. Adam Dexter is live on the city's east side, where he found there's been some help from the state, but not enough. Adam?
Well, although the temperatures have dropped significantly since those without a home were first given permission to set up camp here at McPike Park, everyone here still remains. And with more and more Wisconsinites trying to stay one step ahead of their bills, advocates are worried just how many can wind up in this situation.
The homeless living at McPike Park on Madison's east side are using the snow to their advantage to build makeshift homes of their own. And as the winter continues, so does the growth of this park's homeless population.
We got approval that homeless can be in this park without being harassed by the city, So that's how we got here.
John Brown says he works with those living here each day. Those like James, who says he learned engineering in college, now putting those skills into making an igloo. Like many, James says he lost his job at the start of the pandemic. And Brown says for those here, it could be a slippery slope.
A lot of people can't find jobs right now because a lot of things are closed. And those who did have jobs, their jobs have shut down. So it put them in a lack of income. And by being in that lack of income, the landlords will not renew their leases.
And he figures countless others are either in a similar position or close to it. Earlier this year, Governor Tony Evers doled out $25 million towards rental relief. And in Rock County, Mark Perry's Community Action Inc.'s $1.7 million portion lasted just 12 weeks, going to more than 700 families.
We can only help a finite number of people with the resources that we receive, and so we reconcile that, and then we do our best to make sure that we serve that number of people.
Perry says he's worried about a federal eviction moratorium expiring, possibly as soon as January 31st. And Brown says that could be a storm that leaves a lot more out in the cold.
Because if citizens don't have income and we don't have a safety net to save us before we hit this rock bottom, we need a safety net, you know what I'm saying? Because we're at a crisis right now, a pandemic, and that pandemic is more pressure on the situation at hand.
And Perry says those more than 700 families that they were able to help all got $3,000, which of course is 5 times more than they will now receive with the federal stimulus plan. And he says with such limited housing available in Rock County, any family that does get evicted will have a very, very hard time finding a place to live again.